Hello there everybody, welcome to the entertainment headquarters, and today is a bit of fun. I'm taking a good friend of mine called Daniel Green to see Godzilla Minus One. Now, as you know, I'm a huge kaiju fan. I dedicate a segment on my channel, Kaiju Connections, to all things kaiju, big monster action on the big screen, small screen, you name it. That's what I like to do with that segment. And my friend Daniel Green, he has seen the Monsterverse movies, he's seen the 1998 Godzilla movie, but he's never seen a Toho original film. He's heard about them, he's read about them online, but he's never actually seen one. So this is going to be a bit of fun to see his reaction to Godzilla Minus One. Now, I've already seen it once already. I seen it at a early screening on the 11th of December. I seen it in IMAX. I seen it in a theatre that was huge. It was half full because it was for unlimited members. If you had an unlimited card for Cineworld. So it was half full, where this screening is completely sold out. So it's going to be fun to see how everyone reacts in the theatre. But most importantly, it's going to be fun to see his reaction to Godzilla Minus One. Since he's never seen it in a Toho original. And he likes Godzilla, the idea, but he's never really seen the full effect of, and the true meaning, what I believe is behind Godzilla, and what brought him, to the dance within the world of entertainment, so to speak. So let's see what he thinks. So hello everybody, we're here at the lobby of The View. It's quite busy. It's looking real good. The weather's shit outside, but who gives a shit? So I'm here with my good friend Daniel Green. So Daniel,
hello.
So Daniel, you've never seen an original Toho produced Godzilla movie, have you?
Nope, never. Obviously I know you've told us about it, but I've never seen one.
So you know the history, like it's the longest running movie franchise.
Oh yes, alright.
You're used to the American version, which is the legendary British Monsterverse.
Yeah, I've seen all them, I fully enjoyed them.
Yeah, and you've seen the 1998 film, which was made by...
I have, but I don't think I've seen it for about 15 years. So I can remember bits of it.
Yeah, so he's seen those, but this is his first ever experience seeing a Toho original produced Godzilla movie. So I've told him it's in subtitles, he knows that. I've told him it's not just a Godzilla movie, it's also a war movie. So because he likes his war movies. Loves them. So this is going to be right up his street. And as soon as we've seen it, I'm going to get his reaction, and he's going to give his opinion on his first experience seeing a Toho original Godzilla movie. So we'll see you in a bit. Hello there everybody, and me and Daniel have just come out of the theatres. We've popped into the local boozer for some food and a couple of drinks.
Non-alcoholic for me.
Non-alcoholic for him because he's a fucking loser. No problem. Anyway, he didn't tell us his initial reaction. I just looked at his face after we come out of the theatre, and I haven't got a clue what he's thinking. I don't know what he thought of the film because he's kept it in till we've had our food and had a couple of drinks, but now it's time to get Daniel's initial reaction. Like I first said, he's never ever seen a Toho original Godzilla film. You know, this Godzilla's been around for 70 plus years.
Yeah.
Which I think, if you remember at the beginning of the film, it said
70th
it
anniversary.
was its 70th
Aye.
anniversary. Yeah, this is the 70th anniversary production. For me, everyone knows my opinion. If you haven't, go check out my review on the Entertainment Headquarters. But Daniel, you know the American movies, you know the 1998 film, you know the Monsterverse. Your first thoughts and what is your experience seeing your first time ever Toho original Godzilla film?
I think the word that comes to mind is spectacular, amazing, and Kevin, before the film, Kevin said, oh, this was done on a £15 million budget. I didn't believe him, so I had to Google it. And it was. And the special effects on £15 million, I blew us away. And I thought the subtitles, I've never really seen a subtitle film before, I thought that would really put us off, but it didn't, because I thought it was going to be really quick and I would be like, oh, I can't keep up, but I kept up with the whole plot. I thought it was absolutely amazing. I absolutely loved it. It is the best monster film I've ever seen. Compared to the American films, there's no... Yes, there is comparison in the sense as Godzilla, but this film had depth, a depth of character, so it made you root for the characters because you had empathy for them, you understood the struggle, where I think modern day like monster films, superhero films, they're just so thin on the water with plot and emotion. It's all about the action. But I think if you get the plot in and you actually care about the characters, then the action, it becomes more immense because you think, what's going to happen to this person, what's going to happen to that person. I just thought it was amazing.
Oh God, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Everyone knows what I think. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. I've been a fan since I was a kid for many different reasons. I like a bit of the goofy Godzilla stuff, but I'm more inclined to the more serious, grounded Godzilla films with more serious, grounded topics, which this had in abundance.
Definitely.
Set after the Second World War. And obviously, you know, it was a story. For me, in my review, I said that as much as this is a Godzilla film, Godzilla became the co-star where the main character of Hoshi, it's his story. It's a story of redemption. It's a story of forgiveness. And it's obviously a story about love. And it has everything you want from an amazing action movie, a war movie, and of course a fantastic period piece. So if you had to rate this out of 1 to 10, what would you rate Godzilla Minus One?
8.5, purely because if it was in English, that'd just put it up. But obviously, because there is a slight element, obviously it didn't distract us reading the subtitles, but there's sometimes I was busy reading, I maybe missed a few little things that was going on in the background. So that slightly took it away, but obviously I love the music as well. The old-fashioned music.
That's the original Godzilla score. That came out way back when in 1954. It had it had a slight difference, but in all it was the original music. It had other elements from other music from the other movies, which I purely adore. Everyone knows the Godzilla stomping theme now. Now you were even singing it as you left the theatre.
Yes, I just think it's the music. I don't know who the composer is, but I tell you so much. It just immersed you in more. And what I loved as well, is this a spoiler review or spoiler free?
Well, it's been out a week now.
Right, so spoilers. So obviously, start the film, you get to see Godzilla straight away. I remember in Godzilla 2014, the American one, it took bloody ages before they built up the suspense. Is that the word? The suspense concept.
Yeah, the suspense. But the thing is with the American one as well, it did do a bit of a tribute to the original Godzilla, because if you see the 1954 film, the black and white version, there's not much Godzilla in it. It's all about everything else going around. But when he does show up, it's impactful, and that's what this does. When Godzilla does finally turn up in the movie, it's every time he does, it's impactful. Within the music score helps create the scene.
Definitely, but I loved how you saw him straight away, and that sort of made it more. Compared to the American version, I can only compare to that because they were the ones I've primarily seen. It was scarier. I don't. They made it more like a monster and less cartoonish.
Yeah, because what I've noticed with the American version, especially when we actually got to see the trailer for Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, and I was telling Daniel prior to the film that the thing that put me off is that they're now basically turning the monster-based franchise into a superhero franchise, but instead of having heroes, they're turning the monsters into like heroes. Like obviously, every Marvel film, one of the characters gets a new gadget, a new suit. We've seen in the trailer that Kong now has a glove, like a gauntlet, for whatever reason, which we'll find out in 2024 when we see the film. And they've obviously, Godzilla's evolved and they've changed his colour from the blue to the pink or purple or whatever you want to call it.
Purple at a time.
So I can see them doing that, but it's also to sell more toys.
That's what it is. It's
to be different and to basically follow the mold that Marvel's done for years and years and years.
But I think what they do is they focus too much on the commercialisation of it. They take away from the plot.
What did I say to you? I said you can spend a £50 million budget. It's not about the action. It's about the plot and the character. If you can fall in love with the character, if you can have a bond with a character and it has a good in-depth plot, it doesn't matter if the budget's 5 million, 50 million, 50 million, 150 million, it does not matter. There's so many hollow American blockbusters out there that have 200 million budgets, but they don't touch you the way these kind of movies do.
Agreed. So
that's Daniel's thought. This has been me taking a non-fan to the cinemas. Have I converted you to a Godzilla fan?
Definitely.
That's all I wanted. He's now a part of the Toho Godzilla family.